My child, I want you to know something today, something deeper than anything this world can offer. I created you not just to live, but to love. And the most important thing I ask of you is to love me. Not out of duty, not because someone told you to, but because when you truly know who I am, your heart will respond with love naturally, freely, fully. Let your love for me come from your heart, the deepest part of who you are, that place where no one else sees, where only you and I meet. Let it flow from your soul, the part of you that longs for more than what this life offers. Let your mind be filled with thoughts of me, not just as a distant figure, but as your closest friend, your truest teacher, your greatest joy. And let your strength be given to me, not just your energy or time, but your will, your choices, your devotion. When you love me like this, everything changes. Your purpose becomes clear. Your joy deepens. Your peace grows stronger. Because I was never meant to be just a part of your life. I was meant to be at the center of it. When you give me your whole heart, there is room for nothing less. You see, I do not ask this because I need your love. I ask because you need to give it. Loving me with all that you are sets you free. It lifts you above fear, above worry, above the things that try to steal your joy. When you love me completely, you find yourself again. You discover who you were made to be. So today, I invite you to stop holding back. Stop letting distractions pull you away. Stop trying to serve many masters. Come back to me. Let me fill your heart until it overflows. Let me guide your soul through every season. Let me speak to your mind with wisdom that lasts forever. And let me strengthen you with a power that does not fade. Because when you love me with all that you are, I promise you, you will never walk alone again. My child, I want to speak to your heart about something that flows straight from loving me, and that is loving others. You see, when you open your heart to truly love me, it begins to overflow into how you treat those around you. I created you not to live in isolation, but in connection. You are never meant to walk alone, and those around you, your neighbors, are part of the journey I have placed before you. Now, when I say neighbor, I do not mean only those who live next door, or those who look like you, think like you, or even agree with you. Your neighbor is anyone who crosses your path. The stranger, the lonely, the hurting, the difficult, the different. Everyone has a place in my heart, and I call you to reflect that same love. Love them as you love yourself. That may sound simple, but it is deep. It means seeing others not just through their actions, but through their hearts. It means treating them with kindness, even when they are unkind. It means offering grace, even when it's hard. It means listening more than speaking, giving more than taking, forgiving more than holding on. You may ask, Lord, why must I love this way? Because I made you for relationship. I made you to bring healing, peace, and hope wherever you go. And the truth is, when you love others like this, you're not only blessing them, you are transforming yourself. Because love changes everything. When you love your neighbor, you break down walls. You tear down barriers. You become a light in darkness, a voice of comfort in pain, a hand of strength in weakness. And here's the beautiful thing. When you love others as yourself, you begin to see yourself through my eyes. You start to understand how deeply loved you are, how worthy you are, how valuable you are in my sight. So today, I invite you to look around. Who needs your love? Who needs your patience? Who might need a word, a smile, a moment of your time? Do not wait for perfect circumstances. Do not wait until you feel like it. Begin where you are, with what you have, and let love lead the way. Because every act of love you give to another, you give to me. And I promise you, when you choose love, even when it's hard, you are walking in the very footsteps of heaven. My child, I know it's not easy. There are people in your life who have hurt you deeply. People who misunderstood you, betrayed you, or even turned against you. And when you think of them, your heart may feel heavy, angry, or broken. But today, I want to speak to that place inside you. The part that still hopes for peace, still longs for healing, still wants to believe in love. I ask you to love your enemies, not because they deserve it, not because they will change, but because when you choose love in the hardest places, something shifts in your own heart. You see, hatred binds you. It chains you to pain, to bitterness, to a cycle that never ends. But love sets you free, even when it's hard, even when it feels impossible. So when someone wrongs you, do not repay them with anger. When someone speaks against you, do not speak back in kind. When someone walks away, do not close your heart to others. Instead, open it wider. Let my love flow through you, even to those who don't know how to love you well. And more than that, I ask you to pray for them. Yes, pray for those who have persecuted you, who have made your journey harder than it needed to be. Pray that they would find mercy, that their hearts would soften, that they would come to know the same love I offer you. Because prayer changes things. It changes them, but more often, it changes you. When you pray for those who hurt you, you begin to see them through my eyes, not as enemies, but as souls in need of grace. Souls who, like you, are trying to find their way. Souls who, like you, were created to be loved. This is not weakness. This is strength beyond anything the world understands. It takes courage to love when you've been hurt. It takes faith to bless when you've been cursed. But this is the path I walked. This is the path that leads to peace. So today, I ask you, will you let go of the weight of hatred? Will you give me your pain so I can heal it? Will you allow my love to rise in you, even toward those who oppose you? Because when you do, you become a light that no darkness can overcome. My beloved child, I know what it feels like to be struck, not only in body, but in spirit. I know what it means to be slapped, mocked, rejected, and misunderstood. I have felt every wound, every injustice, every moment of being treated unfairly. And yet I stood silent. I did not fight back. I did not curse. I did not demand revenge. I offered myself, trusting in the Father's plan. Today, I invite you to walk this same path. When someone hits you on one side of the face, turn the other also. Not out of fear, not out of shame, but out of strength, out of peace, out of trust that I am with you, even in the hardest moments. This does not mean allowing yourself to be abused or mistreated. No, I call you to live with wisdom, to protect yourself when needed. But the heart of this command is a deeper truth. Do not respond to evil with more evil. Do not meet violence with violence. Meet with grace. When someone tries to provoke you, do not rise to the bait. When someone insults you, do not insult back. When someone seeks to harm you, do not plot harm in return. Instead, stand firm in the love I have placed in you. There is great power in restraint, great freedom in forgiveness, great victory in choosing peace over retaliation. Because when you turn the other cheek, you break the chain. You stop the cycle. You show the world that you're not ruled by anger, but by love. You reveal the presence of heaven in the middle of earth's chaos. It may seem strange to the world. It may look like weakness, but in my kingdom, it is the mark of true strength. The strong do not need to prove themselves. They rest in who they are, knowing they are deeply loved. So when the next blow comes, and it may, do not let it steal your joy. Do not let it define your response. Stand tall, hold your peace, and let me fight your battles. Because I am with you. I have seen your struggles. I have counted your tears. And I promise you, when you walk in my way, you walk in victory. My child, I see your heart. I know when you give, not just what you give, but why you give it. And today, I want to speak to you about generosity. You were made to give, not out of obligation, not to impress others, not because you have to, but because giving flows from love. And love is at the center of who I am and who I created you to be. So when you give to those in need, do in secret. Do not announce it. Do not let everyone know how much you gave or what you sacrificed. Do not wait for applause, recognition, or thanks. Instead, give quietly because you see someone hurting and your heart moves to help. There is something sacred in unseen kindness, in quiet generosity, in acts of love that no one else notices except me, because I see them. Every time you reach out in silence, every time you give without expecting anything in return, I see it, I feel it, and I honor it. This kind of giving changes you. It humbles you. It reminds you that you are not here to be served, but to serve. That your life is not about gathering more for yourself, but about lifting others higher. When you give in secret, you break free from the need for approval. You stop looking around to see if people notice your good deeds. You stop measuring your worth by what others think. Instead, you begin to live from the truth that you're already loved, already accepted, already enough. And that freedom is powerful. I don't ask you to hide your light. No, I call you to shine. But I also call you to shine without needing credit, to do good without waiting for applause, to love deeply without keeping score. So next time you find an opportunity to help someone in need, go ahead, give freely, give generously, and then walk away, knowing that your reward is not in their thanks, but in my presence. Because I was with you in that moment. I felt your heart. I honored your choice, and I will never forget it. So keep giving, keep loving, keep helping, even when no one else sees. Because I do, and that is all that matters. My child, I know how deep some wounds run. I know how hard it could be to forgive, to let go of pain, betrayal, or disappointment. And yet, I ask you to do just that. Forgive others, just as I have forgiven you. Think about that for a moment. Think about all the times you've fallen short, all the moments you've said things you shouldn't have, done things you wish you hadn't, thought things that brought shame. And still, I forgave you. Not because you earned it, not because you deserved it, but because I chose mercy over judgment, grace over guilt, love over condemnation. That same grace I offer you, I now ask you to give to others. Now, forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It doesn't mean allowing yourself to be hurt again. It doesn't mean pretending everything is okay when it isn't. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is strength. It is choosing release over revenge, choosing peace over bitterness, choosing to set yourself free. Because holding on to unforgiveness only chains you. It keeps you trapped in the past, in pain, in anger. And I never meant for you to carry that weight. So I invite you today, let go. Let go of the hurt. Let go of the anger. Let go of the need for justice on your terms. Give it to me. I will carry it. I will heal it. I will make beauty from ashes. And in doing so, you become like me. You reflect my heart, a heart that forgives, a heart that restores, a heart that loves beyond what is deserved. So when someone wrongs you, choose mercy. When someone hurts you, choose compassion. When someone lets you down, choose grace. Because you have been given grace beyond measure, and now you get to pass it on. You may not feel ready. You may not feel strong enough, but trust me, you are, because my strength lives in you. My love empowers you, and my forgiveness gives you the courage to forgive others. So take this step today. Pray for those who have hurt you. Ask me to soften your heart. Ask me to help you release what's been holding you back. And watch what happens. As you forgive, healing begins. Freedom comes. Peace returns. Because forgiveness is not just for them. It is for you. There is something inside you that wants to measure people. to weigh their actions, their choices, their words. You look at someone and decide if they are worthy, if they are right, if they are good enough. It happens quickly, sometimes without even realizing it. But I want to speak to that part of you today. Do not judge, not because people are perfect, but because judgment is not yours to carry. When you have finger, another turns back at you. And what you give in judgment, you will receive in return. You are not made to carry the weight of deciding who is acceptable and who is not. That is my role, and I do not need your help to fulfill it. What I ask of you instead is grace. Grace that gives others room to grow. Grace that allows for mistakes. Grace that sees beyond appearances and looks into the heart. Because you don't always know the battles people are fighting. You don't always see the pain behind their choices. You don't always understand the wounds that shaped them. And yet, you are quick to decide what they deserve. Because mercy is not about fairness. It is about love. It is about seeing someone in their brokenness and choosing to lift them up instead of pushing them down. You may say, "Lord, but they hurt me." Yes, and still I forgive you. You may say, "They wronged me." Yes, and still I offer them grace. So I ask you, will you do the same? Mercy changes everything. It breaks cycles of pain. It heals wounds that time alone cannot. It softens hearts that have grown cold. It brings peace where there was conflict. And more than anything, it reflects who I am. My mercy runs deep. It covers every failure, every mistake, every regret. It reaches into the darkest places of your life and says, "You are not finished yet." And now, I invite you to be an extension of that mercy in the lives of others. When someone disappoints you, respond with understanding. When someone offends you, respond with grace. When someone lets you down, respond with compassion. When someone hurts you, respond with forgiveness. This is not weakness. It is strength beyond what the world understands. It takes courage to show mercy when justice would feel easier. It takes faith to extend grace when anger feels natural. It takes love to forgive when holding a grudge seems justified. But this is the path I walked, and it is the path I now invite you to walk. So next time you are faced with a choice, to judge or to show mercy, choose mercy. Next time you feel the urge to hold on to offense, let it go. Next time you want to defend yourself, choose silence instead. And watch what happens, not only in the life of the person you show mercy to, but in your own heart. Because mercy frees you as much as it frees them. It lifts the burden of resentment. It opens the door to healing. It allows you to live in the light of my love. So keep choosing mercy, even when it's hard, even when it's not returned, even when it costs you something. Because in doing so, you reflect my heart, and you bring a little bit of heaven to earth. You chase after many things: comfort, success, security, recognition. You work hard, plan carefully, and strive to build something lasting. But I want to speak to your heart about what truly lasts. There are treasures that fade, things you can touch, see, and lose. Money disappears. Fame fades. Possessions wear out. Even relationships change over time. What seems secure today may be gone tomorrow. But there is another kind of treasure, one that no thief can steal, no storm can destroy, and no time can erase. Store up treasures in heaven, treasures made not of gold or silver, but of love given, mercy shown, kindness shared, prayers lifted, lives touched, and faith lived out in small, daily choices. Every time you choose compassion over selfishness, you lay up a treasure in heaven. Every time you give without expecting anything in return, you store up something eternal. Every time you forgive instead of holding a grudge, you add to a reward that cannot be taken from you. Every time you serve someone in need, even when no one sees, you invest in something far greater than this world offers. These are the treasures that last forever. And the beautiful truth is, You don't have to wait until the end of your life to enjoy them. The joy of giving, the peace of forgiveness, the freedom of letting go, the strength found in serving. These are gifts you receive now, even as you store up more later. So I invite you to ask yourself, what are you building your life around? Are you spending your energy chasing after things that won't last? Are you measuring your worth by what you own, how much you earn, or how others see you? Or are you investing in what truly matters? Because what you value most reveals where your heart truly is. If your heart is set on earthly things, it will always feel like you're trying to hold on to something slipping away. But if your heart is set on my kingdom, you begin to live with a peace no circumstance can shake. You begin to walk lighter. You begin to carry less weight. You begin to find joy in places you never noticed before. So let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. Let go of the fear that you might lose what you've gained. Instead, open your hands. Give freely. Love deeply. Serve humbly. And watch how your life begins to change. Not because you've gained more, but because you've started to live with your eyes fixed on what truly lasts. Because when you store up treasures in heaven, you begin to discover the richness of life as I designed it to be. You carry so much in your mind. What's going to happen next week, next month, next year? You think about your future, your responsibilities, your dreams, and sometimes the fears that come with them. And it weighs on you. It makes you restless, anxious, even overwhelmed. I know what it feels like to carry the weight of uncertainty. But I also know what it means to rest in the arms of the one who holds all things together. So today, I speak gently to your heart. Do not worry about tomorrow. Not because life is easy, not because nothing ever goes wrong, but because tomorrow carries its own concerns. And today already has enough to deal with. You were not made to carry the burdens of the future. You were made to live fully in the present moment, with me beside you, guiding every step. Worry does not prepare you for hardship. It only steals your peace before it even arrives. Fear does not protect you from pain. It only keeps you from enjoying the good that is already here. Anxiety does not solve problems. It only makes them feel heavier than they are. So I invite you to do something radical. Trust. Trust that I am with you today. Trust that I will be with you tomorrow. Trust that no matter what comes, I will not leave you alone. I know what you need. I see what you face. I hear your prayers. And I promise I will provide. Not always in the way you expect. Not always at the time you hope. But always in the way you truly need. So take each day as it comes. Breathe through the moments that feel heavy. Walk through the unknown one step at a time. And let me carry what you cannot. Because you're not alone in this journey. You never have been. You never will be. When you stop trying to manage everything on your own and place your trust in me, something shifts inside you. You begin to find calm in the middle of chaos, strength in the middle of weakness, peace in the middle of uncertainty. That is the life I offer you, a life free from the weight of worry, filled with the presence of my peace. So today, I ask you, will you trust me? Will you believe that I see you, that I care for you, that I will never let you fall? Yes, there will be hard days. Yes, there will be challenges, but there will also be grace. There will also be light. There will also be love. So stop carrying tomorrow's burdens today. Stop letting fear steal your joy. Stop doubting that I will provide. Instead, live in this moment. Walk in this day. Rest in my love, because I am with you. Now and always. You carry many things in your life. Hopes, fears, dreams, disappointments, questions that have no easy answers. And sometimes when the road feels long and the weight feels heavy, you may wonder if anything you do truly matters. So let me speak to your heart about prayer, not as a duty, not as a ritual, but as a lifeline. pray always, not because I need reminding of who you are or what you need, but because you need to remember who I am. Prayer is more than asking. It is staying connected. It is keeping your heart open to my presence, even when you don't feel it, even when nothing seems to change, even when silence surrounds you. And though answers may not come quickly, though your prayers may seem to hang in the air unanswered, do not grow weary. Do not lose heart, because every time you lift your voice to me, something shifts. Every time you bring your burdens before me, they begin to lighten. Every time you call out in the dark, I hear you, even if you don't hear me right away. You see, faith grows in the space between asking and receiving. Hope deepens in the quiet moments when you choose to trust anyway. Strength rises in you when you keep praying, even when you don't feel like it. So keep coming back to me. In the morning, when your day begins. In the middle of chaos, when everything feels out of control. At night, when the world is still and your thoughts won't stop racing. Come to me in prayer, not just when you're desperate, but when you're joyful. Not only in crisis, but in calm. Not only with requests, but with gratitude. Talk to me like a child talks to a father, with honesty, with simplicity, with confidence that you are heard. Because you are. And even when you don't feel an immediate answer, know this: I am working behind the scenes, in ways you cannot see, in timing that is perfect. So do not give up. Do not stop believing. Do not stop calling out. Because I am near. I am listening. I am moving. And in time, you will look back and see how every prayer mattered, how every cry reached heaven, how every moment spent with me changed you from the inside out. So keep praying, keep trusting, keep believing, and above all, never lose heart. There's a sacred place I invite you into, one that no one else sees. Not your friends, not your family, not even the world that watches your every move. It is the place where you and I meet alone. When you pray, go into your room and close the door. Not because others don't matter, but because this moment is just for you and me. This is where your heart can be honest, where you can take off the masks, where you can be fully yourself, without pretense, without performance. This is where you learn that your worth does not depend on what others think, that your strength comes not from applause, but from intimacy with me, that your peace is found not in being seen, but in being known. You were made for connection with others, yes, but first and foremost with me. So find a quiet place, a corner of your home, a moment in your day, a breath between your thoughts. Step away from the noise, the distractions, the pressures of performance. Close the door behind you, not to shut the world out, but to let me in. And then speak to your Father, not with fancy words, not with rehearsed prayers, just as you are, with whatever is in your heart. Thanksgiving, sorrow, joy, confusion, longing. Tell me everything. Pour out your soul. Ask your questions. Share your pain. Give me your hopes. Because I am not far off. I'm not distant. I am near, closer than you realize. Sitting beside you in that quiet space, listening with love, holding every word you speak. And though you may not always hear my voice, though the answer may not come right away, know this: I am present. More than that, I am moved by your heart, because I value sincerity over show. I value humility over display. I value your private prayers more than your public praises. So keep returning to this place. Keep stepping into the secret room. Keep closing the door and opening your heart. Because in that hidden place, you are seen. In that quiet moment, you are strengthened. In that sacred time, you're transformed. And though no one else knows what happens there, you will know. Because you will walk out different, lighter, stronger, more at peace. Because you met me in secret. And I never leave a meeting like that unchanged. You have often come to me with words that feel heavy, prayers that carry long lists of needs, worries, and requests. and I hear every one of them. I see your heart when you cry out, when you whisper, when you don't even know what to say. But today, I want to give you something simple, yet deep enough to carry your soul through every season of life. Pray this: Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, you will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. This prayer is more than words. It is a way to live, a pattern for how to draw near to me, how to align your heart with mine, how to bring everything you carry into my presence. Begin by remembering who I am. Our Father in heaven. You are not alone. You belong to a God who loves you like a father, who sees you, knows you, and holds you close. You do not serve a distant ruler. You walk with a loving parent who delights in you. Then lift up my name. Hallowed be your name. Let reverence fill your heart. Let awe quiet your mind. Let me be honored, not just in your words, but in your life. Next, invite my rule into your world. Your kingdom come, your will be done. Surrender your plans, your dreams, your frustrations, your fears. Ask that I would reign in your heart, in your home, in your relationships, in your future. Then bring your needs. Give us this day our daily bread, not tomorrow's bread, not yesterday's, just what you need for today. Trust that I will provide, one day at a time. Confess and release. Forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. Acknowledge where you've fallen short. Receive my grace. Then let go of those who have wronged you. Free yourself from bitterness. And finally, ask for protection. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Ask me to guard your heart, to guide your steps, to shield you from the enemy who seeks to steal, kill, and destroy. This prayer is not magic, but it is powerful. It brings you back to me again and again. It teaches you how to pray when you don't know what to say. It reminds you that you are never too far to return. So make this prayer part of your life. Speak it when your heart is full. Whisper it when you're afraid. Repeat it when you feel lost. Because every time you pray these words, you're drawing closer to me, aligning your heart with mine, living in the truth that you are not alone. I am your Father. You are my child, and I am with you always. There are moments when your soul longs for more than what this world offers. Times when food, noise, distractions, and busyness no longer satisfy. Times when all you want is to feel close to me, to hear my voice clearly, to step away from the noise and into stillness. So I invite you to fast, not to impress anyone, not to prove your devotion, not to earn my favor, for I already love you fully, but to create space in your life for me. When you choose to fast, do it quietly. Do not announce it. Do not wear your hunger like a badge of honor. Do not expect others to notice or praise you for it. Instead, go about your day as usual. Smile when needed. Work with diligence. Love with kindness. But inside, let your heart be set apart. This is between you and me. Fasting is not about punishment. It's about presence. It is choosing to deny yourself something good so you can seek after something greater. When your body feels empty, your spirit begins to awaken. When you let go of physical nourishment, you open yourself to deeper spiritual nourishment. So when hunger comes, let it remind you of your need for me. Let silence replace distraction. Let simplicity replace excess. Let your heart turn toward heaven. And when you feel weak, remember, I am your strength. When you feel empty, remember, I am your fullness. When you feel alone, remember, I am right beside you. Fasting humbles you. It teaches you that you do not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from my mouth. It reminds you that you were made for more than temporary pleasures. You were made for eternal connection. So take this step with me. Choose a meal, a day, a season, whatever your body and spirit can handle. Step away from what fills your stomach and turn toward what fills your soul. And when you do not look sad or burdened. Wash your face. Keep smiling. Carry joy in your heart, because you are drawing near to the one who gives life its deepest meaning. I see your heart. I know your sacrifice. I honor your choice to seek me above all else. And I promise you will find me more clearly, more deeply, more powerfully than before. Because when you fast in secret, I do not remain silent. I speak, I move, I bless, and you will feel it. Not always with thunder or lightning, but with peace, with clarity, with a quiet knowing that you are loved, seen, and held. So keep fasting, keep seeking, keep drawing near, and I will draw near to you. There is something within you that was never meant to stay hidden. Not pride, not performance, not a need to be seen, but a quiet, steady light. A light that reflects who I am through the way you live, speak, love, and serve. So I say to you, let your light shine, not to draw attention to yourself, not to prove how good you are, but so that when people see your life, they catch a glimpse of my goodness. They begin to wonder about the source of your joy, your peace, your kindness, your strength. You may feel like your light is small, like it doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things. But even the smallest light pushes back the darkness. Even one candle can guide someone home. So don't hide it. Don't dim it because you're afraid of what others might think. Don't bury it under fear, shame, or self-doubt. Don't silence it just because the world around you seems dark. Instead, let it glow. Let it show in the way you treat people, even those who don't deserve it. Let it shine in the way you respond to hardship with grace instead of bitterness. Let it glow in your honesty, your patience, your compassion, your humility. People are watching, not just your actions, but your attitude. They notice how you carry yourself when no one is praising you. They see how you respond when things don't go your way. They hear the words you choose when no one else is listening. And in those moments, when your light is most real, it becomes most powerful. Because then, they won't just remember your name. They'll remember the one you belong to. That is the purpose of your light. Not to make much of you, but to make much of me. So walk in the truth that you are not here by accident. You were placed right where you are for a reason. And every time you choose to live with integrity, love with generosity, and stand firm in faith, you become a beacon of hope in a world that often walks in darkness. Your light does not have to be loud to be effective. It does not have to be perfect to be powerful. It only has to be real. So keep shining, even on days when you don't feel like it, especially on days when the world feels heavy. Most of all, when no one seems to notice, because someone always does. And more importantly, someone sees. And when they see your light, they begin to look for the light behind it, the one who lit it in the first place. So keep letting it glow. Keep living in such a way that others are drawn not to you, but beyond you, to the Father who sent you. Because when you do, you fulfill the very purpose I created you for. To reflect my love, to reveal my presence, to lead others home. You may wonder sometimes, what difference can I really make? The world feels big, the problems feel deep, and you feel small. But I want to remind you of something simple, yet powerful. Salt does not take over a meal. It enhances it. It brings out flavor. It preserves what is good. It makes a difference without needing to be the main dish. And light does not consume the night. It simply enters it and changes everything. That is who you are called to be in this world. Salt, bringing out the best in those around you. Preserving what is true, honorable, and good. Adding value in quiet ways that may go unnoticed, but never unappreciated. Light, shining into places of confusion, despair, and darkness. Not with harshness, but with clarity. Not with force, but with presence. Just by being there, you change the atmosphere. You don't have to shout to make an impact. You don't have to argue to bring change. You don't have to fix everything to be used by me. Just be present. Be kind. Be truthful. Be loving. Wherever you are, whatever you do, whoever you're with, bring my presence into that space. When you sit at the table with friends, bring grace. When you walk into work, bring integrity. When you step into your home, bring peace. When you meet someone hurting, bring compassion. That is how you act as salt. That is how you shine as light. And though you may not see the full effect today, know this: you are making a difference. You are shaping culture, influencing hearts, and bringing healing in ways you may never fully understand until eternity. But don't lose heart. Don't grow weary. Don't pull back into the shadows, because you were made for this moment. You were chosen for this place. You were prepared for this purpose. And as long as you remain faithful to be who I've called you to be, you will continue to season the world with my love and light the way for others to find their way home. So keep being salt, keep being light, keep being mine, and watch how I use you to change the world. You live in a world where wrongs are done, where people hurt others without thinking, where injustice exists, where sometimes you're the one who suffers because of someone else's choices. And when that happens, the natural response is to fight back, to protect yourself, to defend your name, to make sure the other person knows they were wrong. But today, I want to speak to your heart about another way. Do not resist an evil person, not because evil should go unanswered, not because wrongdoing should be ignored, but because there's a higher path, one that breaks the cycle instead of continuing it. Overcome evil with good. This is not weakness. It is strength beyond what this world understands. It is choosing peace over retaliation, choosing love over anger, choosing grace over vengeance. When someone tries to harm you, do not respond in kind. When someone speaks against you, do not return insult with insult. When someone takes advantage of you, do not plot revenge. Instead, let your life reflect something greater, my love. Because love has power, love has healing, love has authority. Evil cannot stand in its presence. So when someone wrongs you, choose mercy. When someone betrays you, choose forgiveness. When someone hates you, choose kindness. When someone seeks to destroy you, choose to bless them. It may not change them right away. It may not bring immediate justice. It may not earn you applause, but it will change you. It will free you from bitterness. It will lift the weight off your heart. It will set you apart as someone different, not ruled by the ways of the world, but guided by my spirit. This is how my kingdom grows, not through force, but through faithfulness, not through power, but through purity of heart, not through hatred, but through holy love. So when the next moment comes, and it will, where you have the chance to respond with evil or to answer with good, I ask you, will you trust me enough to do what is right, even when no one else does, even when it costs you something? Because I promise you, goodness never returns empty-handed. Every time you refuse to meet evil with evil, every time you choose to walk in my way, every time you turn away from retaliation and move toward restoration, you plant seeds that grow into eternal fruit. And one day, you will see the harvest. Until then, keep walking in light. Keep standing in truth. Keep loving with all your heart. Because when you overcome evil with good, you shine like the sun in a darkened world, and you show others the way to me. You may hear these words and feel the weight of expectation pressing down on you. You may think of all the ways you've fallen short, the mistakes you've made, the times you've tried so hard and still failed. And I want you to know this call to perfection is not about performance. It is not about earning my favor. is not about hiding your flaws or pretending to be something you're not. Instead, it is about becoming whole, about growing in love, about allowing my nature to shape your heart until you reflect who I am. Be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. That word perfect does not mean flawless in the way the world measures it. It means complete, fully formed, mature in love, whole in spirit. It means loving without limits. It means showing mercy without condition. Now and forever, my child, I have walked with you through every command. I have spoken to your heart through every word, every call to love, every invitation to trust. And now, I ask you to take one more step, not just to reflect on what you've heard, but to let it shape how you live. If these words stirred something in you, if my voice felt near, know this: I am still speaking. I'm still leading. I am still calling you to walk deeper with me. So take a moment, press pause, and ask yourself, what will I do with what I've received? If you long for more of my truth, more of my presence, more of the life I offer, stay here. Let my words be your light. Let my commands be your path. Let my love be your strength. And if you feel led to share this journey with others, if you want to grow in faith with a community that seeks my heart, press that subscribe button. Not for me, but for you, so you never miss the next moment I speak. So you can keep returning to the truth that changes lives. So we can walk this road together until the very end. Because I am with you. I am for you. I am your peace, your guide, your hope. And I will never stop loving you, now and forever.